Gentlemen, I've got a pretty good one for you today. So I'm going to show you a bunch of different items that I got from Amazon that I'm a huge fan of. Now, there are going to be a few different categories in this video, so make sure you stay all the way through. I'm going to start out with some bedroom items and then some clothing items, but then I want to get into some other things for your car and your garage, and then I'm going to finish off with some supplements, and then also there's going to be some random things towards the end that I think you might enjoy. Links to everything I'm going to be showing will be listed down below in the description box. Okay, we're starting off with some luxury Egyptian cotton bed sheets. I bought these a while ago and I liked them so much I bought another set. So these are 600 thread count with extra deep pockets on the fitted sheet in case you've got like a really thick mattress. Now this is a 4-piece set with a fitted sheet, a flat sheet, and also 2 pillowcases. There's tons of different colors and the durability is great. The first set that I bought was this dark gray. And again, I liked it so much I went back and got another set, but this time in light gray. And like I said, there's lots of different colors and these feel just like 5-star hotel quality sheets, but of course at an amazing price. So if you need some new bed sheets, you've got to check these out. Now this next one I did share on an Instagram story recently, and it's these Dry-El at-home dry cleaning sheets. So look, if you have some hand wash only or dry clean only items that really aren't dirty, but they've got kind of a little bit of a funk to it because you've worn it a couple times, these dry clean sheets take care of it. Now these won't actually clean the item, but they're gonna remove all of the odors and wrinkles in just a few minutes. And when you take it out of the dryer, they smell brand new. So what this is basically like a big, large dryer sheet that's wet. So you throw your items in the dryer with this dryer sheet, and just a couple minutes later, you're good to go. All right, moving on to some clothing items. Now, I did want to show you this long sleeve waffle shirt. Now, this is kind of heavyweight, so it's going to be great for this winter. And the texture on this is, I think, super cool. They come in a lot of different colors and they fit true to size with, I would say, a slight variance towards being slightly oversized. For example, if you're a large and you just like a tiny bit more room, this large is going to be perfect. Just like I said, a tiny bit oversized, but really not by much. Now this polo might look familiar because I did show it in another video recently, but this nice caramel color long sleeve polo I think is a really cool piece. Again, they have lots of different colors and this one does fit true to size. Okay, I know what you're thinking, but hear me out. So this is a short sleeve mock turtleneck. Now this is interesting because the reason I bought it was to make it a layering piece. This runs just a little bit small, which is actually perfect because when I'm wearing my base layer, I want it to be fairly fitted so it doesn't get all wadded up underneath something else. Now this has got some thickness to it, so it's going to be a nice warm base layer. And that mock turtleneck goes perfectly with this next item, which is this navy blue V-neck sweater. Interesting choice, right? But once again, you've probably seen this sweater before in another video recently, but I think, in my opinion, the combination with this white mock neck is pretty cool. Now, I know summer is over, but I still think this knit button polo is really worth grabbing. So I got this one in green, but of course they come in a lot of different colors. I think this is just a really cool piece, and I've been wearing this quite a bit because, of course, it's still warm here where I live in Southern California. Something else I think is worth grabbing are these suede loafers. I got these in navy blue. And of course, I know, summer's over, but if you don't have anything quite like this in your wardrobe, I just think it's worth trying, right? I mean, the price is right. They come in different colors. I've worn these a ton, and I can tell you they're very comfortable, even without socks. Okay, moving on to a completely different category, we have this tire repair kit. I keep this in the trunk of my car just in case, because look, if I drive out to Palm Springs, I always take the back way over the mountain, and there's just no services up there. So if I pick up a nail or something along the way, I want the ability to handle it myself because most cars these days don't come with a spare tire. Now, thankfully, I have not had to use this yet, but it's a pretty complete kit with basically everything you'll need to make a roadside puncture repair. And of course, along with the tire repair kit, I also carry this portable air compressor. Now, I like this one because it plugs into the 12-volt outlet in the car instead of batteries, so I don't always have to worry about keeping the thing charged up, because if the battery dies in your air compressor, what good is it? Even if you have maybe like a slow leak or something, having the ability to just air up your tire along the way to make it to the next stop is pretty valuable. Now, I know I talked about this in one of my last Amazon videos, but so many of you guys got it and loved it, I had to include it again in this video. These are magnetic socket holders for your toolbox or your workbench. There's metric and standard markings, and they also hold 1/4 inch and 3/8 drive sockets. And because these things are magnetic, the sockets don't fall out. Okay, moving on to some supplements and also some protein, I wanted to share these pure protein bars that I love. You can get these in a variety pack with different flavors, and you can also get them in various quantities. So I generally get the 18 count box or the 25 count box, depending on what I can find that day. Now, I'll probably have like 2 or 3 of these things throughout the day. And at least for me, if I'm home working all day in the office and I need something to snack on, I'll just grab one of these and then a protein drink from the fridge, and I'm good to go for the next couple hours. They're 20 grams protein, 200 calories. They've got a lot of different flavors, and every flavor I've had so far has been fantastic. And speaking of protein, this is the new protein powder that I started using recently. I was using a different brand, but the price on that stuff went through the roof. I did some research, and this is a solid brand with really good reviews. So of course I get it in the 5-pound tub, and this should last me quite a while. I also wanted to share with you the creatine that I take. Now, there's been a lot of really positive studies coming out recently on the benefits of creatine. Now, I'm not a doctor, and I'm not really qualified to get into all that stuff, but just go find some videos on YouTube about creatine and you'll see what I'm talking about. This is one of the really good brands out there, and I've been using this for a little over a year now. All right, now we're getting into the really random category, starting with this fine mist spray bottle. So the last spray bottle I had fell and broke, and this is my replacement, and it's been fantastic. This is one of those, you hit it once, the sort of continuous fine mist spray bottles that are useful for a lot of different things. First of all, ironing. So I don't fill my iron with water. I use this instead. It lays down a nice fine mist over whatever I'm ironing, and it works absolutely perfectly. Now, I also use this on my hair if I need to go somewhere in the morning before I take a shower. So for example, the days I go to the gym, I'll spray my hair down, style it really quick, and I'm out the door. Now, I have found another interesting use for this, so bear with me on this one. So instead of using those flushable toilet paper wet wipes, use this and spritz your toilet paper when you're in there doing your business. Don't knock it until you try it, because I'm telling you, it gets you a lot cleaner than using just dry toilet paper. All right, more random things. We're moving on to this loofah back scrubber. I've been using these things for like the last year or so, and they're awesome. Because look, there's no way that you can reach your back, right? Certain parts of your back anyway, with just your hands or like a regular loofah. So these are able to reach all of the places on your back that you can't get to. It's got a little loop on the bottom of it, so it hangs up in your shower and stays out of the way. Now here's kind of a cool thing, and it's a display stand for your watch. It's right there. Let me grab it. This thing right here. Now, it'll hold a few different watches, actually, and I bought this for my girlfriend to keep on the nightstand. It's really not that expensive, but it looks really cool sitting there on the nightstand. I guess if you're going to set a watch down somewhere, you might as well set it down on something like this. Now, here's something that you really might want to take note of, and it's a shoe cleaner kit. My Amazon history said that I've purchased this 3 times in the last couple of years, and that's because I love it. It works so well. I mainly use this on my sneakers, and all I can say is it works great. It comes with the cleaning solution, the brush, and the microfiber towel. And something else that I wanted to include here, because it's been pretty amazing for me, and it's this wireless microphone set for your iPhone or Android. If you create content at all with your phone, this makes the audio sound really good. It's got 2 microphones, so 2 people can be talking at the same time. It also has a really small magnet, so it'll attach to your shirt easily with a super low profile. So what I will generally do is I'll put the thicker microphone part on the inside of my shirt and then use that small magnet on the outside. So that's all you're gonna see. And that's my list today, gentlemen. So feel free to check out any of these items and enjoy. And as always, thank you so much for watching. Live well, and I'll see you in the next one.